Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Haunted Basement Studio. You guys look absolutely amazing today. I'm your host, Triple B, Brent Bromberg, and today we're going to talk about some horror movie news. So let's just jump right into it. All right, man, we got The Strangers coming out early summer of 2024. If you guys don't know about this, it is a remake from, I believe, a 2008 film called The Strangers, and it starred Liz Tyler and Scott Speedman in it, and it was a home invasion movie. And they are actually announced that they're going to make a trilogy of this one. You got your stars right there from Riverdale, and they did do The Strangers Pray at Night, a follow-up to the original, and between the both of those films, they grossed $113 million in the box office. So with this new trilogy, they pretty much it gives the birth in horror movie that it could happen to anyone concept. So that's pretty much what The Strangers is all about. But let's see, the new movie centers around Madeline's character as she drives across country with her longtime boyfriend to begin a new life in the Pacific Northwest. When their car breaks down in Venice, Oregon, they are forced to spend the night in a secluded Airbnb where they are terrorized from dusk till dawn by three masked strangers. Man, so it can be really good, but with the and so how can you make a trilogy with this that type of a storyline, which is a home invasion? Because they said after the first one, they're gonna dive deep into the characters, so maybe the actual strangers, and that's something that a slasher home invasion never went to. Maybe we're gonna know who the they're gonna let the cat out of the bag and give us more character development with the actual slasher. I mean, is that going to be good? Because, the less you know, the more scary it is. But I don't know, they could do it right. But I did read a little bit about this, how they filmed it. They filmed all movies together. So they said one morning they could be filming the opening to part two, and that night they could be filming the middle of part three, and then the next day they're working on part one. So it's got to be a mess to keep all that in line, but they are professionals, and I'm sure that they're going to do a damn good job at it. And to be honest with you all, that's going to be one of my most anticipated horror films of 2024 because I love Strangers Pray at Night so much. I even have a review, and I'll leave it in the description below in this video. It totally got copyrighted, and it was a long time ago, so it was one of my first movie reviews that I've ever did on YouTube. So it's pretty much me on a phone. So check that one out if you like. But let's go on to Scream 7 news right now. All right, man, Scream 7. So there has been a lot of bad news that's gone on with this. I'm sure you've already heard about it. If you haven't, I'm just going to run through it really quick right here. At first, we lost Melissa Barrera. She gets fired because she puts out some stuff on X talking about the Islamic in the fight and the anti-Semitic shit that's going on over there. So she pretty much got fired for that, which was bullshit. The very next day, Jenna Ortega, she leaves the project. I don't want to say quits because she was never signed on. They were still working out their contract negotiations, but she comes to the terms that she was too busy, or Spyglass did not want to pay her the money that she deserves with her star power and how many people she can bring into the theater. So instead of just fighting over it and everything that went down with Melissa, she left. And then we got right here, we got the director, Christopher Landon, exits the project. His dream project, man. Look at that. That's so bad. But like, apparently, he did it a few weeks ago, probably right around when Melissa got fired and Jenna left the project. He put right here on social media, he shared a post that says, formerly known as Twitter, yeah, with the disappointment, some of the delight others, it was a dream job that turned into a nightmare. Oh man, that's just, I mean, how could this franchise be a nightmare working for it. But he says it's a good time to announce that he formally left Scream 7 weeks ago. So, man, that is let's bring it back into the studio. Man, I feel really bad for Christopher Landon and Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, and all the actors that was gonna be involved in Scream 7, because right now it looks like they might just shelf it because they have to rewrite everything. I just think the whole project's on hold, and they should be. Put it on hold. Let's see if we can negotiate with Melissa, because they're saying that the negotiation isn't over with Melissa Barrera. Now they want to talk to her. Now they maybe want to bring her back. And will she come back? Only time will tell. Will Nev Campbell ever come back? I don't know. I mean, it just sucks how strong the franchise was moving forward with Scream 5 and Scream 6, how successful they were in the movie theaters. And to us horror fans, we love it. And the casual fans liked it because of the star power of Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, bringing in the casual fans to see it. Everyone that saw Wednesday wanted to go see Scream 7 or Scream 6 because Jenna was in it. So I do not know where the franchise is going to go from here, but it sucks for us horror fans to see a project like Scream and the legacy of Wes Craven be put on the shelf now after such high success in the previous 2 years. Now let's see if we can find any more horror movie news right now. All right, man. Next, we got Terrifier 3, which I'm super excited for. We got Damien Leone and star Lauren Rivera back once again for Terrifier 3. And it's not like it was never not going to happen. Damien already had part 3 figured out and mostly written by the time he ended part 2. So he knew where he was going to go with the story. So like he said, he was never going to be lost in the woods because he always had a vision to where this story was going to go. And in this little interview that they do talk about here, he talks about the beginning of Terrifier 3, how it's going to start. It says it's going to start off where part 2 ended, and part 2 ended in the asylum where when that girl Veronica gives birth to Art's head. So, and we're even going to have Chris Jericho back in this, and he's super excited. So that beginning scene, I wonder, it's just how it ended, and he's going to give us a lot of answers to the questions that it left off with. They did have a good little interview here with Damien and Rivera, and they asked Rivera pretty much how does she feel being titled as a final girl, and she says that she's super excited about it, and she is absolutely amazing and gorgeous in Terrifier 2. So I just cannot wait for her in part 3. I'm more excited about seeing Laura Rivera back in Terrifier than I am Art the Clown. That's how badass they made her in it, and she is part of the franchise now. Man, they need some NECA dolls of her. That would be bad. Have Art the Clown and a Laura Rivera in her fire angel, her Valkyrie suit. Oh man, she is so sexy in that. So yeah, they go on and just kind of talk about the movie here. They don't want to give too much out. They're going to start filming here in the next 2 months. Perfect timing. It is going to be based back in Miles County, and it says, there's going to be a family that's peacefully drifting off to sleep on Christmas Eve, and maybe that's where it's going to go. But yeah, I believe we got October 25th of 2024, so it's coming out this year. Another highly anticipated film by me. Freaking love it. It's Terrifier 3. Let's bring this back in the studio. All right, man, that's pretty much what I got for you right now in this video. I'm so stoked for the Strangers trilogy. I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but if they do, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there for every movie of it. And it did suck that we lost Scream 7. It's right now on the shelf. I mean, I do not see that thing getting fixed at any time soon. We may have to wait another decade, and that would suck. We lose one, but then we get another one with Terrifier 3, and that is coming out this year, and no studio bullshit can fuck with that because Damien Leone owns the rights to it pretty much. and so he can just make it a non-rated film. So we're gonna get some gory ass movie with Terrifier 3, and we're gonna get some crazy home invasions. But go ahead and sub to the channel because I'm going to be talking about all the horror movies that are coming out in 2024 and maybe do some trailer reactions. But I also will do my hardcore spoiler movie reviews on them, and I will give you scary exorcist stories in the Unseen Evil series. And you guys remember to keep it horror. Later.